Hey, welcome to the Authority Acceleration Show, where it's all about accelerating your authority in your business or field of expertise. And we do that by helping entrepreneurs, business owners, authors, experts, and speakers get seen, get heard, get noticed on any device, anywhere, anytime. Also known as the Authority Acceleration Blueprint. Now, one of the quickest ways to accelerate your authority in your business or field of expertise is to become a best-selling author. For many business owners and entrepreneurs, they have no idea where to start or what to do to even make that happen. Now today, I'm going to be interviewing the co-CEOs from Elite Online Publishing about a variety of topics, including how a book can help you grow your business, your brand, your income, your exposure, serve more people, and make a bigger impact in people's lives. Jen Foster and Melanie Johnson are 10 times best-selling authors. Jen started in web development and crafted her skills as an online marketer, then went on to and founded Biz Social Boom, where she helped hundreds of businesses become first-page news on major search engines. Melanie Johnson started, owned, and operated 2 independent TV stations in Houston and Dallas, Texas. She spent a lot of time both in front of and behind the camera, becoming an expert at media, marketing, and advertising. In March of 2015, the 2 dynamic ladies met at a marketing conference where they immediately connected, and the concept for Elite Online Publishing was conceived during a brainstorming session. It was during the breaks of the marketing conference, they created the website, the logo, Facebook, Twitter page, and a video trailer. Within 3 months of that event, they had their very first successful book writing retreat, helping 100% of the attendees becoming #1 best-selling authors. Now, they have continued on since then, working with high-level authors on a personal one-on-one basis, as well as conducting workshops, master classes, podcasts, and YouTube channels. They also have also appeared on podcast shows, radio, TV, and have been honored guests and panelists at major marketing conferences in San Diego, California. Their weekly podcast, Elite Expert Insider, and Hot Chicks Write Hot Books on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. So when I come back just after this short video, I'm going to be joined by Jen Foster and Melanie Johnson. But first, take a look at a video about taken from one of their retreats. So I'm just going to cue it up here. And so don't go away. We'll be right back after this video.
Johnson. I'm here in the Dominican Republic, Puerto, Plata, at our private villa, and we're doing our first Hot Chicks event. It has been a huge success so far. We hope that you'll join us the next time we have a Hot Chicks event, because you will have a #1 best-selling book and you will have the time of your life. Come and join us.
And welcome back. And if you're just joining us, I'm speaking with co-CEOs and multiple #1 best-selling authors, Jen Foster and Melanie Johnson from Elite Online Publishing, the publisher for entrepreneurs. They're a brand-building publisher that helps you write, sell, and market books online. Now, Jen comes from a background of marketing and had her own business as a marketing consultant, while Melanie was owner of an independent TV station in both Houston and Dallas. The ladies have joined forces and help entrepreneurs grow and market their business by helping their clients accelerate their authority by becoming best-selling authors. The ladies have grown their business over the past several years, and I'm here to talk to them about their business, who they help, how they help them, and to find out what makes these two ladies unique and different from others working in the same space. And on this show, we're talking to the ladies about a book writing retreat in the Dominican Republic. So we're going to get into details about the book writing retreat itself and about some of the fun stuff that they do. So Jen, we'll start with you. So tell us a little bit about your book writing retreat, and then we'll move on to Melanie.
Great. Yeah. So we have a book writing retreat coming up. It's in June, and I'm sure you just saw the video. That was the highlights from our trip we had a couple years ago in 2015. And the book writing retreat is in Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. And it is amazing, a beautiful beach on a beautiful resort. And we go there and we write your book. So it's really awesome because you can get your book done in just 1 week. And we not only write your book, but we also have fun while we're doing it. So it's a vacation and you get your book done. So it's a lot of fun and you get to experience so many things. I mean, we can kind of go through them as we're talking, but as you saw from the video, everything from a helicopter ride to sitting in the hot tub to playing on the beach or swimming in the ocean. So many fun things. So Melanie, do you want to kind of give them a rundown of what happens when they first get there?
Okay, so when you sign up to do one of our book writing retreats, it's magical. So the trip starts off that we get a helicopter ride from the airport to the resort, and you're there for 7 nights. Now you're thinking, how in the heck do I get a book written in 7 nights? Well, we do a little bit of prep work before you get there, but honestly, we use our strategy of our 10 by 3 by 3 of getting your stories, your questions, and your aha moments to those stories, and we video you while we're there. So we create your social media while you're there, and so we're writing by our private pool, we're writing at our villa, we're writing at the beach, we're writing at the jacuzzi, we're pulling all your ideas together, and the trip starts off with, of course, our own private chef that comes every morning to make breakfast for us on our private terrace next to our private pool. And that's how we start each day down there. So the writing is beautiful. It's the best workcation you'll ever have. And what happens is you will have 7 days of combining beautiful mindset and meditation along with your writing and getting your book together, as well as having these awesome adventures. Now, some book writing retreats, they're just helping you get your ideas together. You're actually walking away with a book after 7 days, and your book will launch shortly after that on Amazon and 20 other sites.
Excellent.
Yeah, and oh, go ahead, John.
I was just going to ask, do you actually, while you're down there, do you actually launch the book prior to coming home?
We actually set a date to do the book launch, and so it's usually a couple days after the retreat, but within a month we usually have that date set, and you have the #1 bestseller launch, which means you become a #1 bestseller. So you launch your book and become a #1 bestseller within weeks after you get home from the retreat. And all of the work that you have to do is done at the retreat, which is really just brainstorming, and being on video, which we help you overcome all that with mindset. So don't worry if you're nervous about being on video, because I was at first too. Even though I was a video marketing expert for years, I never wanted to be on camera. But you get over that. And it's just amazing what you can do to get your book written. It's really fun.
So who is this retreat for?
Yeah, so Melanie, do you want to start with that?
Yeah, so generally we've had it, it's called the Hot Chicks Write Hot Books book writing retreat. And we've done specifically women, but we are open to having a co-ed retreat with men and women. It's for that busy entrepreneur, that busy person who wants to write a book that says, you know what, it's going to be, I've been meaning to write my book, I just have to take the time, and it just never happens for you. So this is for you. It takes you out of your environment. It puts you into a beautiful place. We're focused every day, and you get to have fun. So it's that person that you can just carve out that time, and then it's finished for you. So if you're that, what do I want to say, like you just keep putting it off and putting it off, then this is for you. If you've always wanted to write a book but don't know how to do it, then this is for you. If you're that busy person that's never going to take the time but wants to write a book, then this is for you.
Yeah, and I would also add, if you're one who's always says, I'm going to get on vacation eventually, I'm going to go on vacation, but and then you never take one, then this is for you, because this way you get a work vacation. So if you have a business, you can write this off as a business expense, and you can go on vacation at the same time. And you'd think that you would be working a lot, but you actually are only about half of the day is spent on mindset and creating your book, and the other half of the day is spent on relaxing, free time, and excursions.
So typically, how many people come on the event at any given time?
Well, we limit it. We don't like to take more than 12 because we want it to be a real special, intimate experience. So if you're interested in doing it, please sign up right away. And, so again, we limit it. We want it to be special. We want it to be intimate. We want to spend a lot of time with you while you're there. And so it's really about quality and not quantity of people.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, if you're interested, I do have the link up on the page. It's at the bottom of the video. So to find out more details on attending the book writing retreat, the dates, what you'll come home with, etc., visit hotchickswritehotbooks.com and go to the website. There's a lot of information on there. You can watch some of the videos, which we'll play here a little bit later on. But you can get all the details about the retreat, about writing the book, about becoming a best-selling author, spending time, and there's also testimonials on the page as well, which we'll play a couple of testimonial videos here a little bit later on during the show. But definitely go in and check it out. So one question that I'm sure a lot of people are thinking is, well, how can I get my book done in just 1 week? So Jen, you want to start that one?
Yeah, so we actually have a great process, and we actually give you a workbook when you first get there. This was my workbook at the last retreat, and with the workbook, we go through usually about a half a day and work on writing your books. We have a whole process, the same process that we use one-on-one with the client, we do in a group setting in our private villa. Sometimes we'll hang out by the pool in the cabana. Sometimes we'll be in the living room on the couches. Sometimes we'll get on the golf cart and we'll go off onto the private beach, which is exclusive for villa owners or villa for us. But we'll do a cabana there, or we'll sit and write in the sand. So we just kind of have it all set up for you. So all you have to do is show up, and even if you don't have an idea, we help you with an idea to write your book. So it seems like, oh, how would I ever get that done in a week? But we have it scheduled for you so that you get it done. And you're not working the whole time. You're actually playing as well. And so we have time for free time. We have time for relaxing. And a lot of that helps with writing your book and coming up with your content, because you're actually in a state of mind of peace and relaxation and not in the everyday hype of life.
So it's really our proven strategies and techniques that we use over and over again that we know that work to get your content out.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So why do you think it's better to go away, at a retreat or to get away from your home to write a book versus just getting it done at home? So can you talk a little bit about both cases, and maybe, I'm sure there's pros and cons to both, but Melanie, if you can start this one off, just talk about writing a book at a retreat versus getting it done at home.
Distractions. Sometimes it's so hard to get away from those distractions. And I'm just not talking about social media distractions, work distractions, family distractions, your kids, mom, dad, pulling you here, there, everywhere. So you have tunnel vision, tunnel focus, that you're right there. The other beautiful thing is you're with other people of a similar mindset that have a similar goal. So you're all there in a group and you all want to accomplish the same thing. And then you have these two awesome coaches, Jen and I, that are there to use our strategies and our systems and our techniques that we keep you on task, and we make it so it's not stress. So there's no stress. It's stress-free. And literally, it's like you're in a time warp. We've had some of our authors come back, and we've met with them months afterwards, and they still have that glow. You know that island glow you get when you're on vacation? You're like, oh, I just want to go back there. Can they cook breakfast for me again and clean up after me? And I just want to be there. And the funny thing is, they don't think about necessarily the book writing process. They think of the euphoria of the whole feeling that they had during the trip. So that's really one of the different ways versus being at home, which that works well. But, you're kind of locked in your room or wherever you're going to be at home. So this takes you out of your environment. And I just think it's great to have that teamwork and no distractions.
Yeah, I'll tell you from my experience, I'm really looking forward to the retreat this June because I have a book that I've been meaning to write a second edition on, and I actually have all the content and everything ready. I did video marketing for professionals quite a few years ago. It's almost 4 years ago, and I need to do a second edition. And so to get that book done, I'm really looking forward to my time at the retreat to get that all put together. And I already have the content. I just need to put it together and organize it. So I'm going to use my little bit of free time that I have while I'm there to do my book. So I'm really excited about that.
Excellent. And if anyone wants to find out more information about the book writing retreat, the dates, what you'll come home with, etc., just visit the link that you see at the bottom of the video, hotchickswritehotbooks.com, and get all the details. You can connect with the ladies. If you're interested in more information, just go through the website and check it out and connect with the ladies about possibly attending. They do only take about 12 people, so there are only a few spots available, so you definitely want to look into getting into that. I'm sure there's lots of places in the world that you could do this, but can you ladies just tell me a little bit about why the Dominican, why you keep going back to the same place over and over?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Jen, because you love it there.
Okay, I do love it there. I'll tell you, when I first saw Melanie talk about the villas and talk about Dominican and talk about her, she actually does charity auctions and sells this villa through charity auctions, which is really awesome. And it's a private villa. It's almost like your own house in Dominican. And so we choose it because, I've been to Puerto Rico too. It is very nice. But we choose it because it's on a resort. It's an all-inclusive resort. And the all-inclusive resort means everything's included. So that means you have a private maid, a private chef. You also have over, how many restaurants is it, Melanie? 22 restaurants. Yeah. 22 restaurants, 11 beaches, 5 beaches, 11 pools. So there's 11 pools, swimming pools, and quite a few bars. So you have all of this that is attainable to you, and you have a little golf cart that you drive around. And so we can go to all these places and we're taken care of. So it's great for a retreat because logistically, as business owners, we don't have to worry about that part of it. A lot of retreats, they have to bring in a chef, they have to bring in all these people to coordinate everything. Well, we just go and we relax and we can write your book. And that helps Melanie and I to concentrate on helping you to get everything that you need out of the content and the creation and the mindset, so that we can just relax and have everything else taken care of for us. And so that privateness plus the all-inclusive is perfect environment. And so we have our own private house, but we also have access to these other areas. And even on our free time, they have a nice spa. You can go get a massage. Actually, I had a massage on the beach while I was there. That was amazing. And they also have tennis and other sports you can do, and they have aerobics in the pool. So many different things because it's an all-inclusive resort. So not only are you getting the privateness and the feel and getting the exposure to one-on-one time with the people at the retreat, but you also have exposure to this amazing resort where everything's taken care of for you. And that's where Melanie, why don't you tell them a little bit about the party? They have a welcome party right when we get there.
Yeah, they have a welcome party every week, and it's the biggest buffet you've ever seen in your whole entire life, with a giant stage show that's like Las Vegas style stage show, and it's all encompassing, and huge fireworks afterwards and a lot of music, and everybody's dancing. Almost the entire resort is there. And not just that night, every night they have entertainment there. So there's different entertainment going on each and every night. And depending, Jen is really one that she's one that will help the extra nighttime entertainment. So if you want to go out and see what's happening and stay up a little later till 1 or 2 in the morning, as long as you're fresh to work the next morning, then she's the one to hang with you for that.
We'll go dancing.
And I want to just talk about the swag bag just for a minute. I don't think we could, but we have the most awesome swag bag that comes with this retreat. We have this beautiful t-shirt, nightshirt, sunglasses, not cheap sunglasses, but really good looking sunglasses. We have writing journals. We have all kinds of great stuff in this swag bag. Some of the girls were like, I just want the swag bag. I just came in, forget the trip. Look at this swag bag. So we do a lot of great little perks all along the way. And like she mentioned, the resort is all closed in. All of those things that we mentioned are walking distance. So where are you going to go where you have all that just walking distance away, and there's really something for everybody there? That's why we like to go there all the time.
As I'm quite sure it's not all work, and let's talk about some of the fun you ladies have on the trip. The saying, all work and no play makes for a dull and boring day. So I have this video queued up of you ladies going on a little excursion. So I'm just going to play the video for everybody watching at home, and then we'll be right back to talk about some of the activities that you ladies have planned for the upcoming trip. Be back in a sec. Well, that was a great video of going on some waterfalls. So, ladies, what other types of activities have you done in the past? Do you have planned for the future while you're there? Obviously, you're not going to be there writing books the entire time, as we just noticed from the video that there are some activities. So can you touch on some of the activities that you have done or you will be doing in the future?
Yeah, I'll just tell you a little bit about the video you just saw. So that is a waterfall adventure that we do, an excursion where we actually go on a tour. They take you to a couple of different places before they take you to the waterfalls. And then when you get to the waterfalls, you hike. It's not that strenuous. It's a small hike, but you do a walk and hike up. And you can choose, we did 12 waterfalls, or you can choose the 27. So we did 12 when we were there, and you hike up to the top of the waterfalls, and then you jump off. So you're jumping off of waterfalls. Now, if you're scared of heights, there is an option to do a slide. So you don't have to jump, but it is very awesome, and there's guides there to help you. It's not just the people that are jumping off waterfalls. There's guides that help you, and they're really adventurous and crazy and jump off and do cannonballs and stuff. And you're in between these rocks, so I mean, it feels like how do you know how deep it is, right? But they help you, and you're wearing helmets. I mean, we have every precaution, of course. But if you're too scared to jump, then you can go on a slide. So you're jumping off waterfalls anywhere from 10 feet. I think the highest one was maybe 14. I can't remember, but you can look it up. It's really fun. And we jump down all the waterfalls, and you kind of go in the river the whole time, and then you end up in a beautiful pool. And it's just an amazing experience. I had so much fun doing it and sharing it with the people I was with, and also making new friends while we were there. A couple of people had waterproof phone cases, and so they're taking all these pictures. So I had to make sure I was friends with them so I could get the pictures, because we just had a waterproof, throwaway camera, and it didn't take that great of pictures. So it was really fun adventure.
And some of the other ones that we do an ATV adventure. So you're riding these ATVs kind of through fields, and then you're going into the jungle, and then you come out into this beautiful, pristine beach that nobody's at with all this white powdered sand. And the most fun is when it rains. So if you get the chance to go on a wet day, so it maybe has rained, it's kind of muddy. My son and I went one time, and literally he had the dune buggy one, and his whole body was covered in mud. All you saw were his eyes. He took them off, and it was just, he had eyes, and he was just covered in mud everywhere. So that's kind of fun too. But then you get to this beach, and you get to dry all off and rinse off everything. And then from there, there's another great one. We do the banana boat. That's always fun. And you can snorkel too. The snorkeling trip is beautiful. It's almost like you're in the middle of an aquarium. I don't know how they do it, but they take you to this special place, and there's just a gazillion fish everywhere. And every time we do one of these adventures, it's such great team building and bonding. You come back exhilarated and feeling all pumped up and ready to go. So we've done zip lining too. That's always fun. And then they take you on these little side trips. So one of the favorite ones that Jen had, it was the tobacco place. It was after our books were done. It was the very last day. And so the girls were all celebrating, and we have this picture of them with the big cigars in the field with all the tobacco leaves. So that was kind of fun. And they have this drink called Mamajuana. It's not marijuana, but it's Mamajuana. And they're always trying to give samples away of that to get you to get some Mamajuana, which is supposed to promote a variety of things, but you'll have to come on the trip to know what that promotes, and you may want a little marijuana too. So those are some of the fun things that we do, along with all our team building as well.
Yeah, and I was just going to add one more. They have a wonderful tour of the city that I went on, and that one alone, just driving around, the resort is all enclosed, so it's very safe, and only staff workers are allowed in, and people that are staying there. So you actually go off of the resort and go and see the city tour. So it's really nice to see the old buildings. They have a wonderful tram that takes you up to the top of the hill, and they actually have a statue similar to in Brazil of Jesus, the Savior statue. And so it's lots of fun. You get pictures of, you can hold your hand out, and it looks like Jesus standing on your hand, like fun stuff like that. And you get to see the whole bay and the ocean and everything from up there, the highest point of the city. So it's really, really beautiful.
Sounds like an amazing time. So I know a lot of times when people go on these vacations, all inclusive or going to different countries, a hot topic is always the food. How good is the food, at this resort or that resort? There's some countries that are known for having great food. Other countries are known for having very bland food, even if you're going to a higher end resort. So how is the food at the resort that you stay at? And can you talk a little bit about the types of meals that you guys have while you were there and just the experience?
Okay, well, my favorite thing, obviously, is the chef that I talked about that comes every morning for breakfast, and it's this huge spread, which you can see on our Facebook page and on our website. I mean, we're talking eggs, bacon, sausage, fresh fruit, pancakes, waffles, Danish, fresh juices, and it's all served outside, and the Dominican coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker, but man, when you drink that coffee, look out, it is really darn good. So that's how you start your day. And then for lunch, a lot of times we were having lunch on the beach, and the food is just so fresh. The salads were great, the different sandwiches were great. And then for dinner, we had different restaurants every single night. I remember one of the comments of the girls was, all right, I've had lobster almost every night. I can't do lobster anymore. Gee, too much lobster, too much filet. How can you do that? So, but you get to pick, and the beauty is that an all-inclusive, you get to try different things that maybe you haven't tried before. So you may want to try something exotic, and if you don't like it, then you can get something else. So the food was good. And matter of fact, I remember from one of our first retreats, one of our authors there is a real foodie, and she was really surprised at how good the food was. And you know what my absolute favorite is?
Yeah,
okay. The coconut ice cream. The coconut ice cream there is phenomenal. They do a bunch of gelatos and ice creams that are really good, but my personal favorite is the coconut. We were saying, kind of addicted. I was not having just once a day, sometimes twice a day, I was getting that ice cream.
Yeah, actually the ice cream, for all those who are in Utah like me, we have a company called Cold Stone. I don't know if you guys have that down in Texas, but they actually had a Cold Stone there. It wasn't a Cold Stone chain, but they had a Cold Stone where they would get the coconut ice cream out. You could choose your flavor and put different things in it. And so similar concept, and it was just amazing, that ice cream place. I think my favorite thing about the food, well, first of all, the food is so great that Melanie wrote a book about it. So just so you know, you can go and get the book on Amazon. There's a book just about the restaurants. But the food is so amazing, and the buffets, just that first night buffet, the welcome party buffet. So many things I hadn't tried before, and so many delicious food. And we were eating outside on the beach with the breeze. It was just beautiful, and the food was just so amazing. Prime rib and shrimp and lobster, everything that that you would like. And if you're a vegetarian, they had so many great salads and different marinades and what am I trying to think? Bruschetta type, tomato, lots of really good and all fresh, really delicious food.
Excellent.
And the drink.
Sounds like
cocktails. Gosh, the cocktails are really amazing too.
Sounds like an amazing experience. And definitely, if you guys if you're watching this and you want to find out more, definitely go to the link below and find out more information about the book writing retreat at hotchickswritehotbooks.com. You can get details about the times, the dates, the prices. All the information is available on there, as well as connecting with the ladies to get more information to see if this is something that's going to work for you. So obviously there's you guys have done this for several years. You've got quite an assortment of people that have gone on the trips. And what I'd like to do right now is actually watch a couple of videos from a couple of people who have been on your retreats. And so I'm going to run those now, and then we'll come back and with a few more questions. So I'm going to cut to 2 testimonial videos, and then we'll be back to talk more about the book writing retreat in the Dominican Republic.
It has been fun, relieving, refreshing. I feel like a new person. I would definitely recommend coming to write your book with the Hot Chicks. I feel very confident. I came here kind of, I wouldn't say not confident, but just kind of unsure about, I needed guidance for sure, and it's definitely helped me. And without it, it wouldn't have been the way it is. I definitely needed help. I had no idea what I was doing. I learned that it's not as easy as I thought it would be. There's definitely, you've got to know a lot to do it. professional help, and it's not something you just do one night and sell the next day. It's a process. My favorite thing would have to be doing it in this beautiful environment. It's just refreshing. I couldn't imagine me doing it back at home. I don't think I would have the same mindset as doing it here and with the help of y'all. And
this has been a wonderful week. I have to tell you, I've learned so much. I've been united with women that are empowering to me, that have encouraged me, that have helped me fulfill my goals and expectations and my dreams. Everything is coming in for completely everything that I've ever dreamed about. And it's been a beautiful experience, really. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot of good things. I've learned how to be, well, you guys have helped me be more organized in this, but it's everything, just putting all of the thoughts that I had in my head all on paper in an outline. So it's not really about learning, it's about teamwork, because we've all kind of pulled together as a team, and we've built things as a team, and it's empowered me to really fulfill where I need to be, and fulfill, well, my dream. I had the vision, but I needed the guidance and the expertise that you guys had, so that you could help me get that into the next level. So that the most challenging thing, Melanie, you know this, it's the content was already there within me, but really getting to that place where I could be, I thought I was really vulnerable, and I am, but getting to that place to really expressing myself to my readers and to the audience, that this is me, look within. Letting that out completely was probably the toughest thing for me, but the most rewarding thing for me. So,
So we just heard from a couple of ladies who spent some time at your retreat. So can you talk a little bit more about some of the people who have gone on your retreat? Other than the two ladies, and just some of their experiences, and what's the feedback been like from the people who have attended your retreats over the years?
We've had great people that have gone down there, and people with different types of books that they want to write, and their experience has always been positive. We've always had this I guess that's the best word to describe it. It takes a day or so, as any vacation, to kind of get that relaxation going, even though they're working. So I think people come in nervous, not knowing what to expect, and then afterwards, I'd say about day 2, it's like, this is so wonderful. This is so nice. It's such a great experience. And then as we see the transformation, once their social media starts to go up, you should see the look on their face when they see the cover of their book, when they see that people are liking their Facebook page, when they see that their social media is getting traction. So it's really a transformation, and that's the part that I like to see in people the most when they come and visit with us. And then afterwards, it's really, they hate to go home, which that's a sign of a good trip. You've been somewhere for 7 days. Usually you're ready to get out of there. They are not looking forward to going back home. So that's a sign that we feel like we've been a success, when that's the experience that the people who have been down there get.
Yeah, and I would say, it's an extraordinary event. And one of my favorite things down there, and some of the attendees, the authors, they thought it was awesome too, but there was a little saying down there that I just loved, and it was, tell it to only your best friends. So it was like, kind of keep it a secret. So that's why, we kind of keep it limited to 12, not only for the experience, but also because the villa is a 7-room villa. We can get 2. And so, having your own private room, having your own everything is just so nice and relaxing, where you don't have to worry about, the small motel or your house and your kids running all over the place. It's a time to just relax and unwind, and then get that clear mind so that you can share that knowledge that you have inside and get it out into a book.
Can you ladies talk a little bit about the bonds that happen, with the attendees? A lot of people going there, they don't know anybody. Some of them may not have never have met you in person before, but just talk about, what transpires over the week and the bond between the people that have gone there, and do they continue on once they go home, keeping up with their relationships, and is there any business that's fostered out of the events?
I think that it is a continued bond. When you do those waterfall adventures and the ATV adventure, you're building that team. You get such teamwork, and those experiences bond you together besides writing your book. And you have to be vulnerable when you're there. That's part of the book writing process, is to open up and be vulnerable. And during that, we're sharing within the group to get some ideas and bounce ideas off of each other. And so you're opening up some parts of yourself that you may not be opening up to other people. So it does does create a special bond between the people who attend, that it continues on with that. And we also recommend for people to come as groups of friends. So you may have a mother-daughter, you may have people that work together, you may have people that have similar interest or belong to a similar group that want to come down together, as well as people who don't know each other at all.
Yeah. If you have a group of friends who, you've always wanted to write a book, you can come down, or a couple, if you have a business partner or a spouse, you guys both have different ideas or want to write a book, or even if you want to write a book together, we can do a custom package for you where you're doing one book with two authors. So there's so many ways and so many different things that come out of it, not only just building the relationships, but also creating new businesses or learning different things about each other. I know for me, I had a fun night dancing with one of the authors, and we had a good time. And sharing that bond, you get to know each other a lot better than just, working one-on-one and talking about writing a book. So.
And if you're interested in finding out more details about the book writing retreat, the dates, what you'll come home with, etc., visit the website that you see on the page at the bottom of the video, hotchickswritehotbooks.com, and get more information and connect with the ladies if you're interested in seeing if going to the retreat is something that will be beneficial for you. So, ladies, let's just talk a little bit about the resort itself. So, what's the resort like? Can you just give us a little bit more details? I know that there's probably some pictures on your website, or there is pictures on your website. I've seen them there. But just talk a little bit more in detail about the resort, the size of it, what type of accommodations these people would be having when they come to it. So, Jen, if you want to start that one off.
Yeah. So. Like I said before, if you and like John just said, if you want to see pictures, you can go to the website. We also have a gallery you can see at bookwritingretreats.com, and so you can see that gallery. Also, our Facebook page, you can join our group. We have Hot Chicks Write Hot Books group on Facebook, and you can join that group where we have a lot of pictures as well. But the resort is really awesome. Not only do we have the private villa, but we have all the amenities of the resort. And it's a very big resort in Puerto Plata, and it has a lot of pools. It has 11 pools. It has 5 beaches, and a few of them are exclusive just to us. And the villa people. I don't know what you want to say. The people who are staying at a private villa. And so it's really nice accommodations, and the staff there is actually really amazing. So not only do we have a private chef and a private maid to help out at our villa, but you also have the staff of the rest of the people at the resort. And so everyone is very willing to help you, very nice people there. And it's just amazing all the things you can get a Coke whenever you want. You can get virgin pina coladas or full pina coladas. It's just awesome.
Melanie, do you have anything to add?
Sure. So I would say it's think of a real high-end community here in the United States with luxury homes in it, as well as there's some smaller hotels and some penthouses there. So think of that gated community that's real high-end real estate. That's what this community is like. That's where you're staying. It's very exclusive. Beautiful high-end villas with private pools. There's penthouses and presidential suites around there. So it's just a walking community. You do have a golf cart that we can ticket to go around, but there's a little bit of shopping there as well as all the gorgeous restaurants. So it's really special. I would think it's just a gem down there in Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic.
I think you mentioned there was 5 beaches. So can you talk a little bit about the beaches, the clarity of the water, just that experience?
Yeah. Sure. The water's, Caribbean blue, and the beaches are beautiful sand. There's a lot of activities at the beaches. And the one thing I think that Jen and I both love are they have these giant beds. They're like a big upholstered beds that they have. And 4 or 6 people can lay at these beds, and they come and serve you drinks, food, whatever you want. Then they even have the ones that are like bunk beds. So you have this giant thing, bigger than a king-size bed, and then they have one piled on top of the other that you can climb up and give a great view of all the water and the beaches and everything all around. And each beach, again, I said, is anywhere from a quarter mile to 3/4 mile from anywhere you stay in the resort. So there's some seashells there. It's just really relaxing. My favorite time is really in the morning. I like to go before anybody else goes and just listen to the water. And I see the staff workers getting the towels and everything ready, but it's so peaceful. And also at night, too, it's just beautiful.
Excellent. And if you guys want to find out more about the book writing retreat, the dates, definitely check out the website, hotchickswritehotbooks.com. So how long does it take after the retreat before your book is published?
Well, it really depends, because if we do the pre-launch, it could even be the day after we get back from the retreat. So it really depends on the date that we set. So while we're at the retreat, we actually pick a date for your book launch, and we launch your book. So it could be a week, it could be a month, it could be 2 days. It really depends on the person, but it goes really fast. And so we are doing all the heavy lifting for you. So you pretty much do your work and vacation in that week, and then when you get back, you're finished.
Excellent. What do the authors do when they get back from the retreat? Obviously, you said the heavy lifting is done. They have a really good idea of what the content is. Obviously, that's what they're going through while they're there for the 1 week. But what is it that they do, or what do they focus on after they get home from the retreat?
Well, I can take that question. So we actually have set up different consulting calls that you do with us, where we'll go over the next steps of what we're doing so that you're on the same page as what's going on with your marketing roadmap. And then we also do a podcast interview with you. We have 2 podcasts, Hot Chicks Write Hot Books and Elite Expert Insider. And so we interview you on our podcast about your experience and also about your book, because we want to promote your book and get people to buy your book. And so we have you on our podcast as well.
Excellent. Melanie, do you have anything that you'd like to add?
I think the biggest thing is just keeping on the same page with us, that you know where you're at, and anything that you want to add to your posting and letting people know what you did and your great experience down at the beach is awesome. We'd like to just have you add more to what we're doing. There is one thing that you do, I would say, is once the book comes back and we've had the editor and the ghostwriter do it, you want to have a proofreading of it. So that's probably the only laborious thing you have to do, is you just want to go through your own book before we put it out to the public. And other than that, you're just kind of skating along, enjoying the ride.
Excellent. And for more information on how you can attend the retreat, visit the website hotchickswritehotbooks.com and get all the information, the dates, the times, how you can attend, connect with the ladies to see if going to the retreat is something that's going to work for you and your business. So ladies, what are the benefits to my business or to my brand after I publish? So Melanie, if you want to take that one. So the benefits to me or my business or my brand after I publish my book.
Well, you become an instant expert and authority in your expertise. Your brand becomes an instant expert and authority, and you get all this credibility. Suddenly, all of a sudden, you have a marketable product. Your brand raises its level. You get advertising that you weren't having before. You get social credibility. You may be getting media attention that you weren't getting before. So really, all of a sudden, and you've hired Amazon. Did you know that all of a sudden Amazon is working for you for free? That they're promoting your book, they're promoting your brand, and gosh, you didn't even have to pay them to do that. So all of these wonderful things start to happen to you. You have a reason to engage with your clients. You have a reason to have a platform that maybe you didn't have before. So Jen can tell some other things that she knows.
Yeah, well, having a book, for me, of course, the instant credibility, but also just kind of taking your horizons and just, not limiting them. So just making it big, right? So having a book, now you're a best-selling author. So if you can do that, now what's next? There's so many possibilities out there, and a book is the beginning. And so that's what we help you to see when we're at the retreat is, your potential is so great, and you can do anything you want.
Excellent. And because you're actually writing a book for your business, can you talk a little bit about the benefits of coming to the retreat on a business standpoint?
Well, first of all, it's a write-off for your business. How great is that?
Yeah, and for people who don't know, if you don't have your own business, starting your own business really isn't that hard. You just need to have a business number, an EIN number, which is a LLC type number, and then you get tax benefits for that. So when you have tax benefits, then you can write off, which means you can take your expense and you can deduct that from your taxes. So, talk to your accountant about that, but it's a great tax write-off for if you're making a lot of money, you don't have to pay as many taxes because you have that business expense.
Another great thing, especially if you're going down there for your business, you're actually stepping away from working in your business to working on your business. So you're telling the story of your brand, you're telling the story of your expertise, which makes you go back and you get all these light bulbs that come off. All of a sudden you're reevaluating your business. You're seeing things that maybe you didn't see before. You're having aha moments of what your expertise really is and how you're connecting with your target audience. Because we really break that down. We're asking you, who is your target audience? Who is your client? What is the message that you want to get across from your business to your readers? So it's taking you through a whole business funnel, so to speak, while you're creating your book. And then all of a sudden you have a massive amount of content that you can share on social media and different platforms and share with your clients.
Excellent. So just a couple more questions before we end the segment. The first one being, what's all included when someone comes on the resort or comes on the trip, and what's the investment for someone to join you ladies?
Yeah, well, I can answer the first question. So when you come to the retreat, what's included is everything except for your airfare. So you need to get your airfare. That's separate. We'll give you the dates. And then when you get there, your accommodations are taken care of. Your transfer from the airport to the hotel or to the resort is taken care of. And all your food and drinks are taken care of. So you have a place to stay, you have plenty of food and drinks, and you have transportation. And then also included is the excursions. So, there's no extra expense for going on those fun adventures. So the only thing that you really need to pay for besides, buying your tickets to the retreat is your plane ticket and then some extra spending money if you want to buy souvenirs or fun things for your family to take home.
And then on the book side, what's included is you get your book creation, you get consultation with Jen and I while you're there, your book gets created, we launch it on 30 plus platforms, online and worldwide, on platforms, and it will be available also to bookstores when we launch the book. You will get 3 months of social media while you're for your book to promote your book. You'll get a marketing roadmap on how to leverage your book for your brand and your business as well. And then you get continuing support with our Facebook group to relive your memories and any questions you may have about your book. So when you walk away, you have an ultimate experience as well as coming away with the book, and you are now branded as a best-selling author as well.
So what would the investment for somebody be to attend the event?
You can check it out. Yeah, go ahead.
They can check it out on our on the Hot Chicks Write Hot Books page, okay, or the bookwritingretreat.com page, and all the pricing and everything is right there.
Just put in your name and email next to the video on hotchickswritehotbooks.com, and you'll get instant access to the itinerary and all the other great things that you need to know.
Last question. So how can someone go? Is there
Well,
a prerequisite? Is there a prerequisite? Is there an interview? Talk about that process.
Once you get onto the website and put in your name and email, you'll receive an email back that has it's a form to fill out to see if you're eligible to go. So once you fill out that form, then we'll set up a one-on-one call with you and we'll work it all out and you'll be accepted, or maybe you're not the right fit. We'll find out.
Yeah, so it's very, very important to say not everyone is accepted. It's very exclusive. So we will take a look at what you want to write your book about. If you have an idea, the books that people we like to work with are implementers and action takers. No whiners are included in our group at all to come down. No complainers are included. We like people with good, positive attitudes. And the books that Elite Online Publishing likes to publish are those that are inspirational, motivational, and educational. And they leave the world a better place. So if you think you have a book that fits in those categories and you're an implementer, an action taker, love adventure, and love to bond with other great, smart, inspirational people, then you're probably a good fit. But if you're a whiner, complainer, or moaner, then don't even apply. That's kind of how we are. So we look to have a great time, and it is very exclusive. We're very particular about who we choose to come down in this group, and there are only 12 spots available. So if you are interested, we highly recommend you fill out something right away and get your form in so we can take a look and get back with you and see if you're a good fit for us.
Excellent. And if you want to find out more, get more details, visit the website hotchickswritehotbooks.com and connect with the ladies, get all the information, put your name and email in, get the itinerary, get the details on the pricing, and book your consultation to determine if this is something that's going to work for you and your business. But that ends our episode for Hot Chicks Write Hot Books, the book writing retreat in the Dominican. Last words, ladies?
See you later. See you at the retreat.
We'll see you down in the Dominican Republic. If you want to get your book done and have a great time on the beach, come and join us.